to make this journey at the beginning of this week is going to be ridiculously important for you, to be quite honest, my gorgeous Torini. There is this particular journey you are going to make at the beginning of this week. There is somewhere you will most certainly need to go to. Okay, and when I say you're gonna need to make this journey, I'm not talking about you traveling to the other side of the world. It's just like about this short journey you're gonna need to make in order to go somewhere to sort something out. And you have no idea how important this is actually going to be. No, you are not going to see this journey as something really exciting. You're not going to see this journey as something really amazing, but you're going to see this journey as something you need to do, like something you need to sort out. And when you get to this destination at around the beginning of this week, something is going to happen. There is something you're going to see. Something completely unexpected you're going to see, my gorgeous Torini, which is going to give you absolutely brilliant idea. So you're going to end up having this absolutely brilliant idea, which is going to be so beneficial for you, because as soon as you have this idea is literally going to take over. It's something that you will really want to do so badly. Something you will really want to do so badly. And at that moment in time, this idea is literally about to take over. And this is going to be brilliant, because this is going to be something really healthy, something really positive, something really nice, and something really exciting you are going to be focusing on, rather than focusing on something really negative you have been struggling with, for a while, something that you have been worrying about for a while. So this idea is about to take over. Your whole energy is about to change. You will see, I'm talking about mental energy, I'm talking about spiritual energy, and I am talking about physical energy as well. And this is all going to happen through your own kind of creativity, if you know what I mean. With this idea, my gorgeous Torini, you are literally going to protect yourself. How crazy is this? But you're literally going to protect yourself with this idea. And when it comes to this idea you are going to have, there is a reason why you reconnected with yourself immediately as soon as you saw this situation where you got this idea from. This idea, it's going to be, oh my God, as I said, it's instantly going to create this really powerful shift in your life. And it's going to be extremely beneficial when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, but also when it comes to the beginning of a really beautiful and big change in your life, where you are gonna feel so much happier, you are gonna feel so much more peaceful, and you're going to be focusing on, and you're going to be doing something you absolutely love. Listen to me very carefully. Over the next few months, you are going to find out so much about yourself. And when I say this, you're going to find out and you're going to realize how much you actually changed lately, how much you grew. So you are going at the moment with this really powerful flow, which is about to take your life on the whole new level. And of course, I am talking about an absolutely perfect combination in between, your material and spiritual prosperity. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Torini. Absolutely perfect. And also, I am seeing this again. This is very important to get this right. There is something that you are continually doing, my gorgeous Torini, but it's not good for you. And I have seen this before, and I'm having a very strong indication that this is still going on in your life. And you are going to have a glimpse of that at around the beginning of this week. Something that you're doing, maybe eating or whatever you're doing, and it's not good for you. And this particular glimpse you are going to have about this at around the beginning of this week. Now it's going to feel different. You're going to feel more kind of guilty doing this than you normally do? That's because, oh, you know, it's like basically things are about to start changing in your life, and you are required to be in a top form, my gorgeous Torini, and that's why your body is going to be sending you this message that you must stop doing something that you know it's bad for you. For example, eating something or whatever this is, your body is most certainly going to make you aware of that at around the beginning of this week. And I think that this time you're going to take this very, very seriously. Okay, because now, as I said, your energy is about to change in the best possible way, and that in itself, it's also going to reflect on your own personal power, especially when you come across like the right decisions in life you are about to make. When something is so important for you, trust me, you are going to have the necessary energy in order to come to terms with this aspect of your life, and in order to win. You see, my gorgeous Torini, this is important. And very often our body is telling us to kind of stop doing something, or stop eating something, or stop drinking something. Very often our body kind of warns us to stop doing this before things become like kind of like, you know, like kind of negative, kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily irreversible, but you know, like you are just entering this stage of your life when things are going to be harder and harder and harder if you just carry on with this. Do you know what I mean? So this is going to be some kind of, you know, this is going to be really important for you to pay attention to, literally. By the time you get to the meat part of this week, do you know what? It's like you are going to have a very, very kind of interesting realization. Okay, you are going to come to this conclusion, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek. You're going to come to this conclusion. You're going to have this really interesting realization that this particular one person in your life you can trust. Okay, you were like really unsure about somebody. My gorgeous Torini, you were really like, am I sitting in the middle exactly? I think so. OCD, baby. Now, seriously, you are going to come up with this conclusion, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek, this really interesting realization about one particular person, someone who you have been so unsure about for a while. And you're going to realize that you can completely trust this person. That person is going to do something. That person is going to say something. And based on what they're going to do and based on what they're going to say, you will know that you can trust this person 100%. Again, thank God that your intuition is going to take over. You will feel this in your heart, you will feel this in your soul, you will feel this in your spirit, and therefore you will know that you can trust this one particular person you weren't so sure about for a while, and you are not going to make like an impulsive mistake. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to this person, do you see, you're not going to make an impulsive mistake when it comes to this person, for example, and it really depends, you know, what you were planning to do and things like that. So this in itself, it's really kind of going to make you feel like really good, actually, to be honest with you, because this is somebody who you really care about. And when you realize that this person cares about you, you're going to be like, oh, thank God, you know, this is going to mean to you so much. And only now you're going to realize how much this person actually means to you. Okay? And we do have ups and downs with certain people in our lives. That's normal. That's life. Especially when it comes to those special souls who are meant to be on our journey. Of course, things are always going to be like that. You know, up and down, up and down. So this is something you need to kind of keep in mind. And also, my gorgeous Torini, you are at around the midweek going to have a very interesting message. Very important message. When it comes to this aspect of your life that started to dominate you. There was a, you know, time in your life a while back when you had a complete and sudden change. Okay, and something kind of negative took place and you were still affected by it so far. Okay, so you're going to have a very interesting message, and you will know that there is, you know, some kind of a problem connected to this. This is going to be resolved, but it's kind of involving like your family members or people that are very close to you as well, are somehow connected to it. So there is some kind of an issue which is going to be resolved as well, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant for you. You're going to find this rewarding. You will see exactly what I mean, because after that moment in time, you will be able to get on with your life. I'm telling you that this is to do with some kind of a negative experience you had in your past, and this negative experience, something else came out of it that has been affecting you for a while, and maybe every now and then it would make you kind of feel paranoid about things you shouldn't be paranoid about, so of course that this is going to be beneficial for you and your spirituality primarily. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek towards the end of this week, I know that this is going to sound really crazy, but at around the midweek towards the end of this week, you're gonna see an ant, or you're gonna be watching ants, little insects. You're gonna see ants, and you're gonna be watching ants, and or an ant or a group of ants. It really depends. I know it sounds mental, but it is going to get your attention, and this is going to be your omen. This is going to be a sign that it's really time for you to start collaborating with a certain group of people. This is going to be a precious sign to start collaborating with a group of people you have been avoiding collaborating with. This is going to be important. This is the time of your life when you are in general fearless and bold. Even if you don't feel like it, just do something daring, and you will see that you will feel different, for example. And you're also going to start realizing the bigger picture as well at around that time. This is going to be an important omen. This is going to be an important sign. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you really are going to, my gorgeous Torini, you're going to make such a quick decision at around the end of this week. You're going to make a really quick decision, and you're going to come up with a new plan. This is going to be such an intelligent choice that you are going to make, my gorgeous Torini, because, it's not only about this new plan that you're going to realize what exactly you need to exactly what you need to come up with, but a part of that is you, knowing which kind of old plan to abandon, which old plan is not going to work for you anymore. And this is brilliant, because this is to do with something that has come to an end karmically, and so far it has unnecessarily been draining your energy, and that happens until we acknowledge this aspect of our lives. So now, thankfully, you will be able to acknowledge this aspect of your life. You will realize which plans, are not going to work for you anymore. And this is brilliant, because at that moment in time, you are going to open your mind, and there is going to be such an important conversation you're going to have with someone after that moment in time, such an important negotiation you're going to have with somebody after that moment in time, and you are going to really, this is all going to be like a really meaningful experience for you, to be quite honest, because you're going to end up finally committing yourself to something that, gives this daily pleasure, brings daily pleasure into your life. Okay, now it's time, my gorgeous Torini, to do this. This is more important than you can possibly imagine. So now, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Okay, let's just shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Torini. Well, there you go. You're going to feel very strong. You're going to feel very powerful. You're going to feel very energetic. From the beginning of this week, you will be able to notice that the energy around you, it's going to be completely different. It could be like raining outside all the time. It could be like very dark outside all the time. It could be like really weird outside all the time. Nothing to do with weather whatsoever. You're still going to find ways to do what you want to do. For example, what you need to do. Like at the beginning of this week, to be quite honest with you, you're literally going to feel reborn, my gorgeous Torini, full of energy. There are plenty of ideas you are going to have, and you will notice that certain ideas that you are going to have, they are going to kind of re-emerge. I need you to pay attention to those ideas which are about to re-emerge. those ideas are the ones you need to take very, very seriously. Based on those ideas that are about to re-emerge in your life again, you are gonna need to really change the whole structure in your life. This in itself, it's about to create this moment where you're gonna realize things you didn't realize before. So therefore, I strongly advise to start paying attention to, change of priorities in your life. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.